Let's go.
We were getting you to rank, but
That's amazing. Y'all move me.
Let's go this way.
Let's run up the building. Let's get up.
Got an Evo
get up
shield
top.
here. Level 3.
Nothing good.
Get up top here.
Not what I want.
Might be something good this way. Thermite grenade here.
Over here, guys, on me. Phoenix kits. Whoa, there's so much loot up here.
They're dropping a replicator.
Oh, now I wish we had a vault key. I'm going this way, son. Just
Heavy ammo here. R301 here.
I still need a heavy.
Hey,
mag.
did anyone? Oh, no one picked up that other knockdown.
Probably not.
You wanted a heavy?
Extended heavy mag here.
I found
Level
one.
2.
Thank you.
We can push across right now.
Oh, you
I
want a
would-
zippy?
Only 2 enemy squads left.
All right, guys, let's go.
Why
Let's go find these boys.
Extended light mag here. Level 1.
Good, where's
Lee, we're not with you.
Oh, all right.
Lee, come to that. Come over towards.
On my way.
do you have your zip line?
Who's ready to fly on a zip line? Let's explore
line.
this way.
On my way.
Let's go this way.
He can run up. He's close.
He doesn't like my zip line. It's on his ping.
I'm coming.
Go, take the zip line, Lee. Thank God.
He did. He did.
Target over
Come
there.
Push people for me.
All right,
Yeah,
let's light these guys up. They gotta come to us, right?
Let's get closer because.
Wait, there's 2 teams. Yeah, you're. No. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. We can't push. This other team's waiting for us to push. I'm telling you, this other team's waiting for us.
Target spotted.
Let them fight. All right. As soon as they fight, we're gonna third party this. Get over on Forbidden.
in the ring.
Throwing Arc Star.
Yo, we should def check out that care package.
They gotta come this way, guys.
No, they're not. They're not pushing me. They're pushing the others.
That's fine. That's fine. Mark where they're going.
Stay there.
Yeah, I'm watching.
This is where we win it.
They're under.
Getting shot at.
Whoa! Behind us.
Recharging my shield.
That's the scraper that I just got hit by.
Behind us. Behind us. Behind us. I just saw it.
That's what I said.
Right there. Right there. Behind us.
Heads up. Not all of us are in the ring.
Firing.
Making contact with enemy. Healing up. Eyes are open though.
We're getting surrounded.
More friends are coming to kill us. There's another squad.
It's go time.
I have been down.
Yeah, I got surrounded.
Oh, come on.
Running this way. Enemies right here. You thought you were better than me.
Dude, we had to push the dudes with the sniper. They were going to pick us off.
Front this way.
Enemies right here.
Whatever.
I don't know how they came up behind you fast. They were like down there and then they just like started running up behind you.
That's what I don't get.
What don't you get?
I really want to send.
How they came up behind Fast without Fast not seeing them. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Name of the game, it's how it goes. Third parties are game.
Regroup.
Game probably wouldn't be much fun if you won every game into it.
Oh, that was a long loading screen.
You and me, friend.
I cannot find your live stream on
Scootin'
YouTube.
and
Maybe I just
lootin',
don't have
amigo.
What's that?
I don't see your stream on YouTube. Maybe I just don't know how to find it.
Join me for
Oh,
night fight.
just type in LIK.
Oh, it says live now.
Yeah. I restarted because it was being weird. So I was like, I'm gonna restart it.
I fall only when the gods will it.
Still trying to adapt to
I'm
YouTube
the showmaster,
settings.
which
Way
should go
different than
without saying.
Twitch. They are so much different.
Non terre plus
I don't know how
ultra!
to use either of them. I really don't watch YouTube. To be honest. I'd rather play games. And I'm usually doing PvP or something in any game I'm playing, so it's kind of hard to watch.
Check out here.
But you know, I'm sure there's need for a big dumb redneck streamer somewhere.
Blue shield on me.
It's go time.
First blood.
First fatality. Let the game begin. Extended heavy mag here. Level 1.
There's fighting in the Oasis.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We have the benefit. We are inside the ring.
Craft if you have to.
I don't see a 30-30 said that.
Ah, hold on. Crafting. Ammo here. I found a mobile respawn beacon. I'm crafting.
Somebody just
We
bought
could check
somebody
out
back.
Might be
Right
something
here in
this way.
front of us.
Leave.
Replicated. Backpack here. Let's go this way.
You didn't grab it back your backpack.
Ready, set, go!
Probably.
I hate the this. I'm hiking.
Opening fire on the enemy.
Oh, I'm on you.
Reloading. Enemy down.
I'm on you for this.
The enemies are shooting at me. Reloading.
Calling upon nature's strength.
Let's go this way.
Right here.
That's
Under.
not nice. Of course.
I'm taking fire. Marking our surroundings.
I am taking fire, friends. Reloading. Champion out. Reloading. Recharging shields.
Up top, up top. Oh, damn it.
Zipline deployed. Grenade, watch out.
Random grenade. Up top, guys, up top.
Enemies right here.
They gotta see her. I'm dead.
Heads up, we're on the road.
I hate Seer.
We've got. Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
They hit us with like 3 or 4 grenades. I mean, they grenade the heck out of us.
I mean you.
Yeah, me.
Me too, but I.
Oh, I fucking. You're up to that, dude? You just jumped off.
Fast, where are you there?
Trying to get.
Come on.
That's it.
Oh,
Holy. Are they on you for better?
No, I'm way away from them.
The 13 subs.
I don't know.
Sorry, Forbidden. I can't get you. I tried.
I'm going back there to fight them. We gotta get Forbidden.
Frick, let me. Yeah,
I don't care what I have. We're going back there. How much time do we before we get them?
No, you have
He's
about a
full.
minute and a half.
Let's go. Start heading over there. Dude, it's not picking this stuff up.
That's what is happening to me.
I think this
Small
lobby's
indie company,
glitched.
man. Yeah, it's EA, small indie company.
Yeah, true.
Oh man, the hardest game I ever played of this. I played in the lobby where it was bugged so nobody could loot death boxes. Holy crap. That was one of the most interesting games because your only option is to keep swapping guns with whatever you find. I got to like top 3. It was fun as hell.
Yeah, I have one of those games, but I couldn't like I could kill people. The only thing I couldn't do is I couldn't heal.
Like we could loot heals and we could loot guns off the ground, but we couldn't loot death boxes, so it just made it a really intense game.
Just a minute ago, Lee.
20 seconds.
Scanning the area.
in that box. Take it. Take it.
We are not over. The good success will lead us to victory. Blessings upon us. A replicator.
Fast, I gotta get it. Fast, hit my old jump pad right here.
I got some bad guys here.
Scanning the area. I'm taking fire.
It's go time.
I got a hill.
Get him.
Charging on my shields.
Recharging my shield.
I'm ready.
Mine. On me. Let's go.
Getting him back.
Marking our surroundings.
I'm going down.
R99 here.
Do you talk about clutch?
Hey, Lee.
Yo,
Get up. No. Fuck that, Lee.
Placing a respawn beacon.
Literally just kind of mobile respawn beacon.
That'll work. Oh, there's another one. We might need that.
Probably.
let's go, buddy.
Go.
This is how you win games. Crazy stuff like this.
Mozambique here. Thermite current mastiff here. RE45 here.
Holy shit.
I have come to save the day. Maybe.
Our Father, give me
I
sight.
usually never lag this bad on Lee's servers.
Yeah, you're
I don't know
lagging
what
bad
it
today.
is. Maybe I have to restart my game. Because that fixes it. Because it's been switching to 1,000 to 100. Not 100.
I don't know if that team's coming over here. I don't know what that was. I didn't see
I have
it.
no heals either. This is that entire fight.
I got some shield. Yo, hills right here.
They're in here.
I have 7.
We have the benefit. We are inside the ring.
Shit, we gotta get out of the storm.
We're
You're
not- we're good.
fine.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Someone
I
else
got
is over
movement.
there.
I got movement. That might be them.
If it's them, that's fine.
Care package. Sweet.
Hey, I'm gonna drop my hem. It's right here. If somebody wants to grab that hem,
Mastiff here.
I'll drop you a little bit of ammo. Right here on me.
Heavy ammo here.
Stick with what I got. You know, if you see a sniper scope.
Marking our surroundings.
Let's explore this
Over
way.
there somewhere. He said.
This team was annoying.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
They're fighting
Let's go
around
this
this,
way.
around this. I'm gonna go check real quick. Stay here. I died.
We ain't scared.
Care being delivered.
You guys want to push them?
7 scouts here.
Replicators on the way,
I
amigos.
need-
Hemlock here.
There you go, my guys. There's some. It's
Let's go this way.
around here.
Let's explore this way.
40. It's them. They're fighting.
Good, let's kill them.
Let's go this way.
What? Lee, do you have the launch pad?
Yeah.
Scanning the area.
Can you launch us up there?
They're gonna take a. We might as well just go third party that.
No, that's what we're doing. I'm just being smart about it.
Enemy spotted.
You want to go third party that, Lee?
I'm
Let's go
with
third
you,
party
Lee.
that shit.
Let's go.
I want revenge, bro.
We're getting revenge if you push.
Marking our surroundings. I am taking fire.
Oh god, they're all in there.
Might be something good this way.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Recharging shields. Grenade, watch out!
Flag grenade.
This
set.
team loves grenades.
Throwing thermite grenade.
I need
Recharging
shield
my
cells.
shields.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Charging shields. Come on, come on.
I'm gonna drop you one.
How many you got, Lee? How many you got now?
Just take it. Don't ask me. Just take it.
Thank you.
Don't let me know if you got 2 more.
Attention.
Eva 8's here.
Yeah, I got some. Here.
Yo, we should def check out that care package.
They're being
Giving my
pushed by
shields
the
a
other
recharge.
team.
Yeah, I say we push them.
Scanning the area.
Yeah.
I bathe in the blues.
Ooh, that's gonna kick.
In contact.
Down one.
Down that one.
I am taking fire, friends.
Marking us down.
Thermite. Eat thermite. Squad attacking us.
Scanning the area.
Reloading.
4. Beginning ring countdown.
They're healing. They're running around back.
Faster, faster, faster.
Repairing my damages.
Every time I'm in a battle.
Bless me with sight.
They're hurt, man.
I know.
Getting help.
Down one.
I downed the hostile.
I'm coming. I just downed another one. Get the res. Get the res. Fast. Shoot. Fast. Shoot. Fast. Behind you. Behind you. Behind you. Behind you. Oh my God. No. Another team came from behind.
Team that killed us earlier.
We won the first game on, and we've actually been popping off. Yo, we were destroying them. You guys saw, like, once they were out of grenades, that team was so cheap. Like, that, dude, they were using sear, they were using gas, and they were using a ton of grenades. You talk about, like, the most, like, trying to cheat the system any way they could.
Oh yeah.
They were
Fast. Don't stress, man. Don't freak out. Like, just relax. You won't die. It happens.
Oh, dude, man. We killed one of their guys, though, right? I downed.
I killed. Yeah.
Yeah, I downed that
downed
dude.
one lifeline. Res. I think you got the guy that I downed. That caustic.
Yep.
And then, I think the team that killed both of you in the beginning was the team that killed us at the end.
Dude, all I gotta say is that was fun. Dude, that was
So
fun.
what esport did you play, Lee?
I actually played Gears of War. Gears of War competitively, and I also played Siege. Rainbow. It was Rainbow Vegas. And we used to do all the LAN tournaments and like Disney and all that stuff. And that's why I pushed so hard, because playing Gears, you know, especially like geared tournaments and stuff, you had to be real aggressive. And most people, you know, that played Gears, they were always like, oh man, I don't know if I could play it. You have to be really aggressive. And then other people were like, oh, I don't like it. Why? Well, it's too in your face. Man, let me tell you something. Gears with the Nasher, you learn how to wall bounce, and you learn how to blind fire, and you learn how to push every time. Like that game will turn you into a pusher. Today, I don't like it. I don't like what they did with the franchise after Clef left. It just got weird. It got weird. The story's still good. I still love the Gears of War series. I love it. It'll always be a part of me, but it's just not the same. So what are you gonna do? And now,
Yeah, no, I like to push. If you're talking about story for games, I have to say Zero Dawn was the best story-based game I played.
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Horizon.
Yeah, I, man, bro, I got that game. I tried to play it. I tried so hard to play it, and it kept crashing on me. I still have the game. I never finished it. It
On
made me.
PS4.
It made me so mad. Yeah. Well, on PC, that was when PC had that script error, and everyone who tried to play it, it would crash every 5, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Just crash, and you have to restart it. And it just got to the point where I was just like, I'm done. And I uninstalled it. I never played it since. I was so mad because I was enjoying the storyline. I was really enjoying it. I got all the way to the part where she started realizing like who her mom was, and she opened up some type of like vault, and she was starting to remember remember things. But
Zero Dawn, she doesn't remember things per se, but she finds things.
well, yeah,
It's an
like
interesting story.
yeah, like the laboratories and stuff, that she went into, like inside the
Yeah, as a
mountain
kid.
caves. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah. No,
but
the complete edition came out 2 days ago on Steam.
yeah,
I don't know if it'll be better now, but that story in that game, that's a really good take on what they had. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin it, but yeah.
yeah,
Because I mean, it's one of those games where you got to solve the mystery kind of thing.
yeah. And it what made me so upset, like, dude, I finally like, okay, you got to go here, you got to go there, you got to get this, you got to get that, you got to go here to get this, like I started to like get into it, and I really liked some of the stuff that she would do, like, jumping off and swinging off cliffs and stuff, and then it just like the crashes, it was like I could not play it for almost a month and a half. It did that, and they didn't fix the game for months after that. Like they just couldn't get it right.
I honestly don't know if we're talking about the same game because Horizon Zero Dawn was exclusively for PS4, but it just came out on PC 2 days ago, so I don't know how you would have had it unless it was some kind of different copy.
No, I had it on PC. I had it on
I don't
PC.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when it came out on PC then, because
I had it.
I see the complete edition just came out 2 days ago.
No, yeah, I have it. Like if I go to my Steam account, like right now, it might even tell me. Let's see. I'll look right now. It should give me the date exactly. All right, so last played, I had 9.7 hours in a game, dealing with nonstop crashes. Last time I played it was August 17, 2020.
Oh, that's August 17th. That was a month ago. My bad.
No.
I was thinking we were in August right now and it's the 9th, but that's 2 days ago. So yeah, no, it was a month ago or so.
Well, Horizon, no, I'm talking 2020.
Jesus, I'm way behind.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like I said, it was good. The funny one I had was what was it, like a month ago? Splitgate went fucking huge on Twitch and
Yep,
stuff.
I remember that.
All my friends were telling me about it and how great it was. I'm like, dude, I've had that downloaded since May of like 2019. And they're like, no, you haven't. I'm like, it's been an open beta forever.
Forever. Yeah. Yeah. So what happened was Sony released it as an exclusive for PC, for PlayStation and Steam. So you were able to get it. When it came out. But the PC versions, the script was bugged. and they did not fix that game for months. They could not fix the script. They kept trying to give patches after patches after patches. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I could if I still have it. Because when I look here, February 2nd, like it even says here, February 2nd. This is one of the old ones. Horizon Zero Dawn patch, another patch. Like it was just like, oh, bro, I was so mad. I just I just wanted to play the game. Like that's all I wanted.
Oh yeah, the one I wish they'd throw on PC is Kingdom Hearts.
Oh man, yeah, I know exactly what you got. See,
Like I'll buy it every now and then, but I always end up getting rid of it because I just don't play it enough. I'm always on the PC.
yeah, I haven't. My Xbox hasn't turned on at all. Like I have two of them in the house, and I use the other one to watch like movies and stuff. Like I don't even use the other one. I should just clear it and sell it. It's literally a paperweight. Did Fast say he was coming back or no? I didn't hear Fast when he left. Did he say he was coming back or?
I think he was trying to get rid of his lag. I don't know if he's coming back though. To be honest,
he probably
might
had
be taking a second reset.
Yeah. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, dang, it's getting late. I normally crash like around 10 because like Friday nights I'll stream later, Saturday stream later.
I tend to do it because of work, but Fridays I try to stay up, but sometimes I got to go to bed early. No, I guess it's moved to Sunday now. My ex has her dialysis on Saturdays now, so I go out like hour and a half drive to see my kid and her on Sundays, and then hour and a half drive back in the evening to
Oh
kill her.
wow. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
dude,
That's a
life's
long
hard.
ride.
It's a long ride, but you know you got to check up on them. Even
That's
though we've
awesome.
had our differences, my kid needs his mom around, even if she pisses me off.
Yeah, right. That's what you gotta do. Hey, you know what? You can't say that you didn't try and you didn't keep them from her. So that's like that's big of you. Because there's some parents out there where the hostility factor is so strong, they just they force it on their kids. Like they literally
Oh,
force it.
believe me, she's taken away my right to see my son probably 4 times in the past 5 years.
Jeez.
But, you know, I think she's finally learning that when fucking shit hits the fan, there's only one person who sticks around for that boy.
Right? Yep. See, and I think a lot of people, man, they can learn so much from people like you. Your story and especially the ones that are real hostile. And realizing, wow, in the end, two people will always be connected because of that child, regardless.
Well, fun fact. I'm not the biological father. I told that boy I was his dad when he was about a year and a half old.
Wow.
I've stuck to that.
That's
That's
awesome.
the difference. I mean, I grew up without a dad. My life's like a bad soap opera. My whole childhood, my family looked at me weird. I didn't get it. As a kid, you don't understand.
Right.
Well, when I was 17, I went to military school, had my head shaved for the first time in my life because I've always had long hair, still do now. But I have a widow's peak hairline. Do you remember that from school, the pointed hairline? Okay. Do you remember that it was a dominant gene? I don't know about that, but I just found it funny because I was like, okay, so it's a dominant gene, meaning if you have it, it expresses. So I couldn't do that. And boy, did that start the biggest fight. I got kicked out at. But then I went to find my real dad, and like that was a whole adventure in and of itself. Moved to Alabama, promised never to come home to get my dad's name, and tracked him down from there.
Oh wow. How did that go?
Uh, I sent him a message on Facebook when I found him. He came to get me the next weekend and gave me a job.
Wow.
Yep, yep. I mean, I've never had an issue with my dad. Before I was born, my mother got a restraining order on my dad and told my whole family that my dad tried to murder her. So that's why I was treated weird my whole childhood. But no, it's just kind of one of those things where, they tell you the truth somewhere in the middle. Well, my dad says he yelled at my mom. My mom says my dad tried to shoot her. And there's just a huge fucking margin there. So I guess I'll never know what happened.
Man. Hey, I get it. My parents divorced at a young age. And 5 years old, middle of the night, my mom left my dad. My grandmother helped her. His mother helped her, to get away from a crazy lifestyle. Um, he was caught up in doing bad things. And I didn't see him again until I was like 15, 16 years old. And it was kind of like the same situation. The family basically would not let me around any part of his family or him. I wasn't allowed to
Well,
talk to
my family
strangers.
never told me, but they treated me like they were, I was the son of a murderer. So
Jeez.
my whole family was scared of me my whole childhood. I remember distinctly one time when I was like 15, 16 years old, I was dating a girl and I was all into drugs and stuff with her, which was, not positive. It was the high school dream, meet a girl, her parents let you stay with her, sleep in her room, give you free drugs, which
Right.
don't do drugs, kids, all that fun stuff. It was definitely what you wanted in high school, though. But my mom took away my phone to try and get me away from those people. And my family was so scared of me that we got into an argument about it because I was like, you haven't been there for most of my childhood. She left me on my stepdad who used to beat me. And when I called her about it, she told me that's not my problem anymore. Broke my stepdad's nose, was forced to move in with my mom when I was 14. Different story. But no, so there was that whole mess. And then when we were arguing about it, I was like, since you haven't been there to raise me, you can't just start now. And we kept arguing and arguing, and I put my whole arm through a wall. Not intentionally. I was just trying to like make a noise, and my whole arm fell through the wall. I'm like, oops. But I got my phone back and kept doing the same stupid stuff. That's why I went to military school.
Dang. Well, at least you straightened up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Like I don't touch anything anymore. Like I don't even enjoy it, man. To be totally honest, like looking back, like it was fun in high school, but like as an adult, like I just don't care for it. I'm a self-control freak. Like I like to be in control of my actions. I don't like being super drunk. I don't like smoking marijuana, depending on where you are, whether it's legal or not. I just don't enjoy it. I like to know what I'm doing and know the consequences of my actions in that moment. Whereas when you're drunk or high, like sometimes you don't think about that. Sometimes you'll do something really stupid and just not look at it till the morning and be like, "Oh God, I did that. I sure did."
Jeez. Yeah, it's life's lessons come in a bunch of different ways. And some of them, I gotta be honest with you, I think the ones that endure some crazy stuff in their lives, you were put here for a reason to serve a purpose in someone's life. And I could tell you right now, just you being the father to that child, and saying, "Hey, I'll take on the responsibility because I know what it's like." You know, that could have never happened had it not been for all those actions down the road when you were younger, or leading up to who you are now. So,
Oh
like
yeah.
there's everybody has a place, everybody has a reason why they're here. And in that child's eyes, let me tell you something. You're the superhero. You're the one he looks up to. You're the one that, he knows he could count on. And I'll tell you what, that's gonna save that child's life. That child, and you help. And this is what I tell people, when you're with somebody like your child and you're involved in their life, and you nature them the right way, like a little tree, like a little, let's say, little coconut, right? Coconut falls from the tree, and then you bury it, and you got to take care of it, sun and shade, and water it, and that coconut could turn into a beautiful coconut tree and have more coconuts, right? But if you don't take care of it, and you don't nature it from the beginning, that coconut will never grow. Well, you literally broke a reoccurrence from happening, not just, you know, with your own life, okay, but also with somebody else's life. So what you did literally transpawns into a counter reaction. So, you said you like doing woodwork, right? So like when you make notches or you're screwing in different parts of wood, right? Sometimes you start with one piece, and then that one piece needs like two more pieces cut just like it. Those two pieces need two more pieces. Those two more pieces might need four pieces. Next thing you know, you're like 20, 30 pieces into some wood, into some carpentry or some woodwork or more. But think about what it took, all those wood pieces, to put it together to have that solid foundation of what you crafted for a stable environment or stable piece. And man, you did, I applaud that, because you saved someone's future, someone's life from having to go through the same struggles that you did, and that's like Superman. That's like Superman to kids. And
Oh yeah, no, yeah, and I want to make something very clear to your stream. I don't know how many people are watching. I don't know how many people pay attention. It might sound like I'm complaining. I have no regrets about my life or the way things have gone. The fact is, like, you can make something out of nothing. Like, that's your choice in life. Yeah, financially, my life isn't perfect. Like, I do pretty decent, but I'm a construction worker. Like, I'm not going to be rich doing this. I'm probably not going to be able to do it my whole life. I'm learning other things. I'm trying to start a business here at some point once my life settles down. But at the end of the day, like, hardship builds character. And you know what? There's a reason you see pretty people all over the internet with no morals, no standards, no doing nothing. Just, like these Instagram models that you see them on all these foreign countries.
yeah,
Somebody's getting a favor for them to go over there. Just so you know, like, these girls aren't rich; they're living off somebody else's paycheck. So be very careful what you look up to, and if something's hard, push through, do the best you can, and at the end of the day, you'll be stronger. And when you come out on that other side, things can be different, and you do get that choice at some point in your life, whether you're 16 and it's 2 years, or 14 and it's 4. It's a year away. You don't know what you're doing. You'll figure something out. There's always time.
it's true. Dude, it's 100% true. I tell everybody, you know, if I would have stayed with my dad, I probably would have ended up in jail or could have ended up dead, just because the environment was so hostile. But I didn't. So I can't, I'm not mad at my mom, because my mom did what was best to get me out of that hostile environment. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, sometimes, a parent's action is just trying to do what's best for their child. But in the end, I was able
And I'll
to.
tell you this as a parent. Parents don't know what the hell they're doing. They're doing the very best they can. I mean, like, straight up, like, there have been times that I've been super concerned for my son. He's bounced his head off a glass table or something, and I'm freaking out, and he just gets up and keeps running again. I'm like, all right, I guess he's all right, cool. Like, whatever, dude. And then there are times where they'll scrape their knee and it's the end of the world. But
Yep.
kids are weird. I mean, even going through being a kid, like, I don't always know the right choices, and especially the way, like, social things and political things are changing right now. I don't know what to tell my kid. Like, I'm a redneck. I'm a little more conservative. I'm Southern.
Hey, I'm Southern too. I'm a Florida
don't
boy.
get I don't get a lot of the new social movements, the new
No.
genders and stuff.
No, I get that.
To me, it's just, do what you want to do, but a lot
Have
of the
morals.
classifications, a lot of the people trying to take advantage of these rules does scare me. I mean,
It does. I mean, I'm right there with you, because I told you before, I know when wrong is wrong. I know when right is right. And
well, it's like the whole spa incident in California and all that, and
yeah,
that big mess. Like, that's crazy, but like, that's one thing. Like, people don't agree with it. They'll say slippery slope's a fallacy, but this is people directly taking advantage of new rules that have been set in place.
Yes, they are.
It's scary to people. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
And
there's got to be It's a push and a pull thing. We got to see where things go, and
Yep.
at the end of the day, we got to protect kids and old people first. You know,
We
if you're
do, and
grown,
and
do
protect
what you got to do.
everybody's liberties and rights. I mean, you got to remember, this is, and I proudly say this because I'm proud to be somewhat of a patriot, and here's the thing: I love America because America is a melting pot, and I love the fact that America is built off a constitution. But we got to remember that, and we got to know it, and we got to respect it because our liberties, our freedom, and who we are and what we stand for, we can't ever forget that because those morals are actually good morals. They're not all bad. And when people try to
There are good
say
morals in the U.S. I
right,
think the biggest thing is we've got a bunch of states that want to do the same thing, but we all want to do it in different ways. Some people
yes,
want the government to tax it and then do it. Some people just want to make a little more money and do it on their own.
yep,
I think both are fine, especially when you're talking about like something like healthcare. I want to be paid a little more so I can afford this $400 a month for healthcare, or I want the government to tax everybody so they can give everybody healthcare. Okay, either way, we got to do it. I think even with the more conservative view of just making more money to be able to afford it, we need to put in some kind of regulation because pharmaceutical companies just go way over the top. I've been to the hospital for an aspirin that was $700 before, we all have. And that crap's ridiculous. So
it
there needs
is.
to be some
Oh
sort of
my gosh.
regulation, but also like,
Well,
at the end of the day, I think the federal government's too big, and we need to go back to the original plan. States
yep.
do what states do. The federal government protects us, settles disputes between states, and stays the heck out of it. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
if Georgia wants to put in, you know, ID laws, everybody can get an ID. Everybody's got a license. That's fine. If California wants to have a third bathroom for people who say they're trans or whatever, that's fine. I don't care. Cool, do you? But let every state kind of do their own thing. Like, there's no reason that we can't disagree and still be friends.
exactly. But like it goes back to what you're saying. There's a way to find a balance, but don't enforce it on people or majority. Like for example, the bathroom, like a bathroom thing. Like I could tell you right now, the women I know don't want men going in their bathroom. Period. So like so things like that. Like I wouldn't even walk into a lady's bathroom. I have respect for that. So the thing is like you said, we have to respect those boundaries and we have to find a place. But man, it's all true. In the end, it's true. We gotta know what's right. We gotta know what's wrong. We gotta find a common ground. But at the same time, we can't forget what America is built upon and the freedom and rights. Because the worst thing we could ever do is literally be under a microscope of micromanagement and have zero, and I'm talking zero
freedom to do
freedom
what we
and
want.
privacy. Yeah, like that's
what concerns me is so many people willing to throw away all these things, especially like you look at the vaccine thing. They keep pushing harder and harder, and they're just waiting for somebody to push back.
Yep.
And anytime I talk to somebody who's against it, they're like, well, we're just little people. We can't do much. We won't see change in our generation. I'm like, yeah, so what happens when your kids and their kids and the next generation keep saying that? Nothing's ever going to change. Like, at some point, you got to be like, you know what? We just got to bite the bullet. We got to be the ones to push back because this is getting ridiculous. Like, if they
absolutely
actually come out with a vaccine mandate for every citizen, I'll be one of the first ones to stand up and say, hey, like, this ain't cool. There are people with medical exemptions.
You can't.
Some people trust it. Some people don't. Like you look at African
oh
American
my
or
gosh.
Native American communities that don't trust the government or the healthcare system.
Well,
I can see why they'd say no.
Well, do you give, and again, do you give everybody the flu shot? No. Why? Because people have health conditions and a flu shot could kill them. So I always tell everybody it's scary. It's very scary because, know your health, know your doctor, know your rights. Because not everybody
and always
is
ask
capable
your doctor. Don't
of
listen
that.
to some
Same
dumb
stuff.
redneck on the internet.
Yeah, I tell everybody, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to influence anybody on that. But I just tell everybody, please educate yourself. Please educate yourself with the doctor. I have science degrees. My lady's got medical degrees. But here's the fact: you better know what you're putting in your body because it's long term down the road effects from anything that you put in your body. anything. Even if you drunk dirty water, there's a long-term effect or a short-term effect from that dirty water. So, the most important thing is to know,
Oh yeah,
you
and
know,
I'm sure there are a lot of people like me. I think I'm probably just overly paranoid about it because I grew up with the asbestos commercials. I grew up with that one morning sickness drug that caused all kind of birth defects
yeah.
commercials and all that, and I'm just like, oh,
Well, I'm
I
super
don't know.
cautious about it because like um when I was born dead. So I had no immune system as a child. And I had to go to the doctor 3 times a week. Every Friday I got 20 shots on each arm because I was allergic to so much. I had to sleep with humidifiers and purifiers in my room to keep the walls moist so I could breathe at night. And I tell people, I'm like, I've never been able to even take a flu shot because a flu shot could kill me personally. So it will hinder my immune system. And same thing with alcohol. Like I can't. Most people could have like 2, 3 drinks of alcohol, right, and they're fine. But if I have more than 2 drinks, I get a cold instantly. It instantly affects my immune system. So
Oh, fun.
so I tell people, I'm like, there's, in order for me to stay healthy, I got to keep my body healthy. So I got to watch what I put in it. I gotta watch what I eat. I gotta watch how it reacts. And if it doesn't react right, I'm highly at risk of dying. So you gotta be smart about it. But
Oh
for
yeah, no, I
anybody,
faced those things. My son was born 3 months early. They didn't think he was gonna make
it's
it.
scary stuff. It really is. It's scary stuff. But
Oh
just
yeah, that kind of stuff's terrifying. Like my son was hearing hadn't fully developed. We didn't know if he was ever gonna gain the ability to hear anything. Like,
wow.
that's the kind of stuff you're sitting there like,
Yep.
how do you handle that as a parent? I mean, that's stuff that's, like I said, it's terrifying because you're sitting there like, God, I hope this next hearing test goes better. Oh no, maybe it's the next one. And like he started to do a little better. Right now they're talking about hearing aids. He can kind of hear, like if we're talking to him and he's looking at you, you can understand. But like, yeah, there's a lot of scary stuff out there, and like I said, maybe I'm just paranoid because of that. I'm also like, me as a 25-year-old man, I'm like, realistically, COVID isn't a big risk to me. I don't go around many people. I don't go out and I don't go see family often. So if I do get it, I'll know well before I go and see anybody.
Right.
But also, it's just kind of like, if it comes down to it and, it's been a year or two and we've done the research, yeah, I'll get it, no problem. I'm not anti-vaccine. My son's gotten all the basic vaccines. But,
It's got
this
to
is
be
one of those
proven for
things.
me. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's got to be proven. And me being a scientist, I got to know what's in it.
Oh yeah, my
I
mother's
got to
a
know what's in it.
biochemist.
Bottom
My
line.
mother's a biochemist. But also, I'm 25%, or like, no, not 25, but like 12 and a half, 20%. I've got Cherokee on both sides of my family, Native American, and my dad's, I think, half Cherokee. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, I don't know. Do I trust the government? I mean,
Right. No, I
there's a
get it.
reason you don't hear Native American stereotypes. You can't stereotype 7 people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. My great grandfather on my dad's side was 100% Cree Indian. And
And you know them, they don't trust
they
anything.
nobody
Government,
Cree
they
doesn't
don't trust
know.
white people. They
Yeah.
don't trust
Cree,
nothing.
yeah, Cree does not, and it's because they've been through so much, and I get it.
Oh yeah, I
I
mean,
get
you
it.
go to the reservations and like, unless you're in the casino, they're pretty hesitant of you.
Yeah.
They don't trust because I mean, and you can kind of see it. I mean, we see it in the African American community to an extent. Like we see it all over with minorities that have been oppressed to some extent. They're just they're cautious.
Yeah.
When the government comes out with something, they kind of look at it a little different.
Well, here's the scary part. I think it was no, it was a Cherokee. It was a Cherokee. There's like I want to say it was a Cherokee. There's like 1,000 left that could speak the language fluently. And I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself, like, whoa, 1,000 Native Americans. Well, let's not even say native. Let's say indigenous people, because that's what we like to be called. Native American is kind of stereotype kind of like when even on my like dad's birth certificate, they put redskin for race. So the thing is
Well, what a lot of people don't get is they go back to the civil rights movement and they like to talk about that. And a lot of people are like, yeah, that's African Americans. And it's like, no, like, you got to look back at this and look at it realistically. It was people of color. That was
yep,
African American. That was Hispanic. That was Native American. That was,
it was
even
it was a
some
lot.
Asian people.
World's Edge isn't ready for me.
Yep. It's wild. It's wild. But I mean, here's the thing, bro. 1,000 people left, and they're like, we're trying to get the Cherokee Nation on board for to get this shot. And I'm like, whoa, hold up a minute. In my head, I'm like, you could wipe out a generation. You could wipe out a generation. You could wipe out the rest of the people that could speak this language fluently. Like, we need to be careful. And the first thing I said is like, what's in it? The most important thing is what's in it. Stop hiding it. Just expose it. I just want to know.
Well, what throws me for a loop is how ready people are to say there's no possibility of this. This can't happen. It's a vaccine. Vaccines don't do this. And it's like, yeah, but we developed this very, very fast. It hasn't gone through proper testing.
Mm-mm.
And we use different methods than most vaccines. Like mRNA and stuff wasn't something we really knew about with the older vaccines. So saying that it won't cause a side effect is kind of arrogant. Like, it's unlikely.
Well, I
but
studied.
We're also developing it in a
yeah,
different way.
I actually studied that in school and stuff, and that was never supposed to be integrated with humans. So I have a huge issue with that. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, there's more to it than just me playing video games. The whole reason why I love video games, having autism, it made me fall in love with science, and I just love it. I love science. And my lady being part of the medical industry for freaking ever, seeing patients all the time, you learn to really realize how important it is to know what's between the lines. Let me tell you, people, just because somebody tells you,
have heard pharmacists complain that doctors, your doctor
yes,
just gave you two contradictory things that'll kill you.
most
Doctors don't know
pharmacists
everything.
do not take medicine. Like, most pharmacists will not, like, a lot of my friends that are pharmacists that get colds and stuff, a lot of them will not take medicine because of what it does to their body. And it's not a game. Like I tell people, it's not a game. It's your.
Well, we're over medicated as a society. Like, if you
Yeah.
have the sniffles, like, you don't need a little red pill to make you feel better.
No.
I mean, yeah,
No.
I'm very much. I don't think I've taken a prescription in probably 7 years at this point. I haven't had anything serious enough to warrant that. I haven't had anything serious enough to really go to the doctor about. And, like, even if I've got, a migraine or something, unless it's bad, I'm not taking an Excedrin or something. It just.
Oh yeah, I
don't
get
think
it.
we need to take medicine for every little thing. And I mean, they're chemicals you're pumping into your body. We know if you take ibuprofen or Benadryl too much, it can affect your kidneys.
Yes,
and your
it
liver.
can.
It's like, oh,
Yep.
well,
I mean,
maybe that should be a last resort kind of thing.
yeah, it's it's even mixing Tylenol with something else. It's scary. Like I said, just because it's over the counter doesn't mean it's safe. Just because, people are giving away things for you to stand in line and take something doesn't mean it's safe. Just like read between the lines. That's, the best educated
Doctors.
mind is you educating yourself as a human being. Do not take someone's word, because someone's word is not going to give you the facts. It doesn't work that way. And when you go to school and you learn this and you get, you're studying, you start to realize that even when you study on your reports and you're building everything from your programs to building PowerPoints to team projects, you start to realize that some of the information that is in the textbooks is either
It's
outdated
contradictory.
or it's exactly. Or you're like, oh my God, well, this new study shows that this study didn't work, and that this study was wrong from the beginning, and they knew it. So, I mean, like I tell people, really, an educated mind is a special mind, and it gives you peace of mind. Um, but yeah, man, I'm right there with you, 100% right there with you, and it's a lot of it's because of my own health issues. And I know I gotta.
And me personally, I think it's completely okay for the elderly to rush out and get this. I think that makes sense for them. But my biggest thing is if there's long-term side effects and you're 75 years old, let's be realistic here.
Right.
Probably not your biggest concern. If you're 20, yeah, I mean, side effect shows up 5, 10 years. I mean, you're dealing with that for a while. 75,
Long time.
you might not be dealing with that because you just might have passed on. Like, let's
Yeah.
be real. Like older people, like cycle of life, we all die. We all face that reality.
It's true. And is it 2018 was the last time I ever had a bad incident where I got a lung infection, and it took 8 months for me to clear it up, and that lung infection almost killed me. And that was the last time I ever was sick, and that's
Yeah.
just by me eating right. Okay, keeping my immune system strong. I don't get colds. I don't. If my body starts to produce mucus, I've learned that if you stop the mucus, the cold cannot continue. That is an amazing thing I learned from myself, and from my doctors. It works. I haven't been sick since, and I'm not even sick now. So like people are always asking me, they're like, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you? And I'm like, no, I didn't get anything. Well, you talk about, well, we know you got bad lungs. Like you'd be the first one to get it. And I'm like, no, I haven't. Oh, well, do you like, what are you doing?
It's funny because like my biggest argument with the whole thing was, okay, so we want to encourage people to get masks. We want to give them a false sense of security to go outside.
They don't stop
Well,
nothing.
when people wear, well, not even that, when people wear masks, they've got a false sense of security. So instead of obeying social distancing and all that stuff, they'll walk
Yeah.
right up to you. And it's like, no, that's not how this is supposed to work.
Right.
But yeah, it's 10:06. You want to get one more in before you got to crash?
Yeah, oh, the mask thing. Oh man, let me tell you. It's first of all, it's supposed to be flat surface to surface, and the filter masks are only good for one time use. You're not supposed to use any type of,
Well, I mean, they're good for one use, but outside a sterile environment, you're only supposed to wear it for 30 minutes. So,
yeah,
I mean, if you want to burn
yeah.
that kind of money, go right ahead. But
It's
yeah,
yeah, and again, I know that from the science side, and it's like, I try to explain it to people. I'm like, you do realize what you're breathing in, and what happens when you breathe in dirty air. The human body, the reason why we sneeze is because our body is sneezing to get something that irritates the body out. I said so, and the reason why we get runny nose is because we gotta blow it to get that irritation out. So when you cover the two main things that naturally just allow stuff to come out, okay, and you're keeping everything in, my doctors have told me for years, especially my lung specialist, don't ever do that. So why would I do that now? And being a scientist and knowing how the mask thing works in the lab and all that, and what masks do what, again, why would I do it any other way that's not the right way? And why the hard part for me is, why are these people telling people the wrong things?
well, like realistically, if we wanted everyone to wear a mask and wanted it to be effective, we need to get everybody a fitted N95 mask. Like that's the best option.
Yeah, you can't have
But
a
we didn't
goatee.
do that.
You can't have a goatee. Can't have a beard. It's got to be on a flat surface.
And it's got to be a fitted one because
Yep.
I mean I saw so many people walking around and it's like their masks wide open on the side and you're just sitting there like okay, I mean I guess everybody behind them's screwed, but if you're in front of them, you're good.
Yeah. Well, it's like the plexiglass windows. I mean, I'm like, really? That's not gonna
Oh,
stop
that's
anything.
funny. Those are funny.
That's not gonna stop anything. I'm like, it kills me. It kills me because it's
airborne. Do you think the air doesn't like go
Yeah.
around the glass?
yeah.
Well, it's funny. Like my favorite one was the masks in restaurants. You have to wear it if you get up to go to the bathroom, but you can take it down at your table. I'm like, so Air's a fluid.
You're
We
yeah.
breathe out into it. So by this logic, the air doesn't move around the fluid.
No, it's because
So
you
we
got
should
your
add.
you
So
got your
by
food.
This logic, we should add peeing sections to swimming pools because the pee won't leave that little circle.
No, it's because the food is there now, so there's a protection ozone layer around you, so you're able to eat
Oh,
safely.
okay.
The
That's what it
air's
is.
changed from the steam
So
of the
as long
food.
as I put like a cheeseburger at the bottom of the pool, we can have a peeing section. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's common sense. Let me tell you something. You it's all it is logical thinking, people. Start putting the logic in front of thinking instead of letting the media think for you, and I promise you it's gonna work. Oh man. Oh
And
man.
watch both sides. Like I may be a conservative guy. I'll watch Tim Pool. He's relatively moderate. I'll watch Destiny. He's a little more far to the left. I'll watch some right wing content. Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro. But check all the sources. Don't just get one news source and be like,
Yeah.
"That's the truth." No, it doesn't work that way. Everybody's biased. I'm biased. I'll tell you something just because I think it's right, and it may not intentionally be wrong, but there's some fault in it probably.
There is. Oh man. Well, shoot, brother. I'm gonna call it a night. Tomorrow I'm gonna be on Twitch. My Twitch channel is the same as my name, LiKwaiLao. It's all LiKwaiLao on the internet. So you can even on my YouTube, you could click on the Twitch link, my website link on my YouTube page, all that. Dude, feel free, hit me up tomorrow if I see you're on tomorrow or anything like that. I'll send you an invite. But I'm gonna call it because normally I like tonight I was only gonna go on until 10. But man, I had super fun playing with you. I enjoyed the dub. I enjoyed the conversation, and I really and just and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It's awesome what you're doing for that little boy and giving him opportunity to have a follow role model and keep thinking the way you're thinking, because I mean honestly, he's got somebody that's lived life in a lot of different ways, but they're also able to see things a lot of different ways, and this is what the world needs. The world needs to realize that there's more to everything than just
There's
one way.
Everything's got finer details, and I mean, like I said, that's why I think we need to divide up the states, let them make their own rules. I mean, if you don't like what Florida's doing, you can move out to Texas. You can move out to California. We're not that far apart. We have open borders in the states, but let the states do their own thing. But yeah, I got a raid on WoW tomorrow because I'm still a nerd who's played that since he was 8 years old. But yeah, I'll be on after that.
Awesome, brother. You got it. Well, you have a good night, bro.
Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, take care. All right, guys. Yo, it's been super fun. You guys have been amazing. I'm super glad to be putting the streams over on Twitch. Again, all the information and everything we talk about is just great content. A little bit of life lessons. You'll hear it here every now and then. But guys, the most important thing I always tell all of you: stay educated. Stay educated. It's just have common sense in anything you do. It doesn't matter what it is. I always tell everybody, believe in yourself, believe what makes you you, and believe that you could do it, because you are the one that changes everything that happens to you in life. All right? No one's going to save you. No one's going to walk you or do the things for you in life. It takes you. So huge shout out to the YouTube community. We'll be back on Twitch Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys. LiKwaiLao, sign out.
It's over 9,000!